So this is something that I wish someone told me a few years ago. I really wish they told me. This would have saved me so much pain, heartache, just anxiety, maybe even just like depression, like seriously. And I do believe as you get older, you stop getting as depressed about these things as possible. Cool movie that I just watched yesterday. It's called When Nietzsche Wept. Super cool film, man. I really recommend you watching it. Really recommend you watching it, especially if you're interested in the kind of video that I'm making right now. So, if someone told me this would have changed my life. The woman that you get with, okay, the woman that you get with, or the woman that's meant for you, it will always feel easy and natural with this person from the get-go. Okay, from the get-go. Now, obviously, women are human beings just like men, duh. So some women are going to be shy. Some women are going to be a little bit hesitant. Some women are going to have trust issues. Obviously, you're not really going to get with the women that have trust issues because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do believe everyone deserves a chance, and I believe that everyone's meant for someone. And I do believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got someone for someone everywhere in the world. I don't believe that anyone's really meant to be single. I really don't. I feel like that's a self-limiting belief, and I feel like people project that onto themselves and then other people. And also, I do also believe that if you are meant to be single, you're meant to do something way greater than just be single, man. Like, I do believe it's a self-imposed thing. I've met quite a few people who are like lifelong, not quite a few people, but I met few people who are lifelong single people, and these people just have a set of beliefs that is in accordance with their actions. So like they don't believe that maybe there's too many people out there for them. And maybe that's true, right? Like maybe you're just a different kind of person that vibes with a certain kind of person, but I'm making a lot of conjectures here. The point of what I'm trying to make here is you can have all the same interests in the world as someone. You can have like on your CV, you can have it all aligned, right? You like the same stuff, you eat the same food, you like the same places that I go to. That's fantastic, right? And that's sometimes a basis for a connection. Sometimes. But I've been acquainted with people who, on paper, we're a match, right? On paper. But then when we spoke to each other, there's no vibe, there's no connection, there's no mutual feeling. And then other people in the world I've met who we don't have anything in common in person. We don't have anything in common on paper. But then when it comes to us speaking to each other, that was a weak ass flick. There you go. There was a immediate connection. There was an immediate mutual chemistry. There was an immediate, just that, right? There was an immediate just that. An immediate relationship. So the woman that you're meant to be with will always be natural and effortless. That doesn't mean don't initiate. Of course, you've got to do that. Your job as the man is to initiate the kind of the pursuit or the courtship or whatever. But that's it. Like, your job isn't to force something. Your job isn't to manipulate something. Your job isn't to like tweak and manipulate and bend reality. No. Your job is to tell the truth. Your job is to literally be the truthful version, authentic version is what they say, right? I'm going to be the authentic version of myself. It's already written in the Quran, tell the truth, right? Or if you're a Christian, or if you're a Jew, or if you're a Buddhist, it's tell the truth. Like, don't lie. Don't lie. Like, seriously, this is a very, very hard thing to do, by the way. This isn't easy, not lying. This is very, very difficult. I used to think I was a very good truth teller before I was a Muslim. That is incorrect, man. I used to tell lies by commission and of omission. And I didn't even know why sometimes I was telling the lie, but I was telling the lie. Sometimes I didn't even know what I was telling the lie for. I was very misaligned with reality. And again, if you want to be confident, confidence is just being competent. And what's competent other than an extension of being truthful in your speech, for starters? Then you be truthful in your work. Then you be truthful in your actions. Then you be truthful in whatever else you do. And then you're confident, man, because you're like, I'm telling the truth. I know that Allah is my Razi, right? Allah is my witness. And that's it. Like, I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I don't need to try and pretend. I don't need to put on an act. I just tell the truth, and that's it. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, I'm going on a religious speech here, but the point I'm trying to make here is when you meet the lady you're meant to be with, when you meet her, it will be effortless, okay? I'm 27 now, and I've had 3 relationships like that where I met someone and it was an effortless experience. I didn't have to try, is what I'm trying to say. I didn't have to try. I didn't have to put on an act. I didn't have to do a monkey dance. I didn't have to. All I did was tell the truth. Okay? All I did. Gentlemen, listen to what I'm saying here. This is so important. All I did was tell the truth. All I did was say what I felt. All I did was express how I felt in that moment. And I didn't care about rejection, about what I'm saying, because now I'm lying, right? Like, if I care about rejection and I censor my speech by not saying what I truly feel, right? Especially if it's not harmful. If it's harmful, then it's a bit of a different story. If it's not really justified, then you're not lying. Now you're refraining from doing harm. It's different. But if you genuinely have an expression that needs to be lived, man, and it's not of harm, but it's of benefit to maybe that person or even you, why are you withholding it? You're lying now. You're not being true to yourself. You're not being true to Allah, really. Yeah? So, all I did in these 3 relationships was tell the truth. Like, really, I just told the truth. I just said what I felt. And, yeah, it worked. Telling the truth worked, man. So don't believe Satan when he comes to you and he says, "Nah, man, no one's going to like you for you." You see this in the red pill a lot. Like, "Oh, no, you're not going to get liked for you, bro. Like, you know, you got to be this and this and this. You need, you know, all these little criteria." Don't get me wrong, man. Look, it doesn't hurt to have 6-pack abs. It doesn't hurt to have a 6-figure income. In fact, you probably want that if you're a man and you want a good life. Like, I'm just putting it out there. I mean, you don't need it. Definitely don't need it. But, you know, what's the other one that they put in? Oh, 6 foot as well, right? Like, oh, it doesn't hurt to be tall either. But I mean, I've met super, and this isn't an exception. This is the norm, in my opinion. It's because I've hung out in good circles. If you hang out in loser circles, in circles where everyone has an echo chamber of telling each other bad things and putting each other down, like the internet, then, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to get what you get. You're going to get exactly what you put out. But if you hang around high quality circles like martial arts clubs, and I mean, that's pretty much the only high level circle I've been around. What else? I mean, just cool guys, man. Like, cool circles, you know, cool people. Even at work, sometimes you vibe with someone at work, and then they invite you to go somewhere, and then they introduce you to another circle, and then, like, they're all a certain kind of caliber of people, you know, because we hang out with who we like, don't we? We don't hang out with people who are too different to us. We hang out with more or less. We hang out with people who we are similar to, or we vibe with at least. So then you're gonna get introduced to other people, and man, in these high quality circles, I noticed something. People don't put each other down, or at least when they do put each other down, it's very, very lighthearted. It's done as a joke. When you say it, you let the other person know that you're kidding around. It's not serious. You don't want hurt feelings, you know. And those are good circles, man. Those are good people to be around. Then I've been in some circles where they'll put you down and they mean it. Like, they don't like you. They're not your friend. They're not your vibe, man. They're not your friend. And they will put you down, and then you will get upset because you should get upset. And then they'll say, "Why are you taking it personally for? Why are you being so sensitive for?" And it's like, what the hell? Like, because your vibe spoke for itself. That's why I'm getting upset. Your vibe was malicious. You're not my friend, and you're pretending to be my friend now when I'm putting it on you, and I'm now calling you out on your rubbish. You're now getting upset. You're now backtracking. You're like, "Oh no, what are you getting all sensitive for?" So anyway, that's the past. But what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to the woman that you get with, we went way off topic. When it comes to the woman that you want, that Allah has ordained for you, let's put it that way. The woman that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained for you, this woman is going to feel natural and effortless. You're not going to have to try. The only thing you're going to have to try is put your best foot forward and tell the truth. That's the only aspect you're going to have to do when it comes to trying. But other than that, you do not have to do anything else, man. Like, seriously, if you feel like you've got to do something more than, like, just be yourself and putting your best foot forward, right? And being positive and having good intentions for the person, which is an entirely Muslim way of being, by the way, then that's not the right person for you. So don't get upset if you get rejected, because that person wasn't meant for you, okay? I will see you soon. Hopefully this video has enlightened some of you. This really changed my mind, right? I had to figure this out by myself. I had to do loads of approaches. And sometimes when I met the people that I vibed with, like, I had to go through loads of approaches. I had to go through loads of initiations, let's call it that. And sometimes I do believe human beings speak a sixth sense or a sixth language, man. Like I believe the spiritual world 100%. Not in the respect of superstition. I don't think it's superstition. Like, oh, it's magic. No, no, it's explainable. It's definitely explainable within the realm of science. I just can't find the words right now to explain it. But I believe. Oh, I need some water. I believe in like a sixth dimension, and it's an unseen dimension. It's called the spiritual realm, but really, it's the realm of energy. Like if you're attracted to someone, it's an energetic thing more than it is a physical thing. Like I remember one time when I saw someone, I couldn't even I see their face. All I could see was just the outline of their being. But I felt an impulse within me to go and speak to that person. I felt an impulse within me to want to speak to that person. I felt an impulse within me to go and initiate. And when I initiated, it was effortless. It was like we'd known each other our whole lives. The communication was back and forth, vibey and communicatory, like never seen before. And I'm like, wow, it's easy with this person. Wow, it's natural. Like I didn't even know that was possible, right? Like I didn't even realize that was something that was possible, where you could speak to someone and it would just be natural and you don't have to try. The energy speaks for itself. Wow. And that's when my brain changed a little bit, where I was like, okay, if I speak to someone and it doesn't vibe, I don't need to be putting on an act to try and get us to vibe, because that's not how it works. Yeah. But anyway, I'll see you soon.